Welcome to Everyday Life. Thank you for joining our podcast, Conversations Over Coffee. My name is Jen.
And I'm Dagda.
And we're going to hit you with the explicit content warning right off the bat. This podcast does include adult situations and adult language from time to time.
I'm an angel. I never fucking cuss.
Okay. Anyways, you ready to go?
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go. Hi, guys. I've got a quick interruption before today's episode. There's two things I wanted to address. One, 24 years, we're past 9/11. So many thoughts and prayers to the family and survivors of that. Number two, yesterday in our local news and our world news, we found out that Charlie Kirk was assassinated at one of his rallies. Whether you follow or do not follow his belief systems, this is a 31-year-old man who was murdered. This is a guy who was a son, a brother, a father, an uncle, a nephew, a husband, and above all else, he was a 31-year-old man with two young children. There's nothing we need to do that has to be resolved in violence. This is not a political statement. This is just a shout out from us to his family. Our condolences and prayers are with you. All right, guys, on to our show.
I've always got my game face on. Shit.
Anyway.
So, the reason I came up with this subject matter is because somebody actually asked me a couple weeks ago at Safeway, do you drink anything other than coffee?
Okay.
I'm like, I do. What kind of soda pops do you like? I don't. Fun fact, I haven't drank soda pop for over 20 years. Seriously.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, you have told me about that.
2004. Yeah. It's either June 6th or June 8th, but I know it was 2004. Because
so it was right around the... Wait.
2004. That's 21 years ago.
Yeah.
Wow. Yes, I was around you when I quit drinking energy drinks. And yes, I know that date and the exact minute I had my last energy drink. Okay. I don't know why certain things stick in my head the way they do, but they do. And amazingly, 6 p.m. seems to be a calling card for me. Because when I quit drinking soda, I had went to the dentist because I had to have a root canal, which I would never recommend. Just pull the fucking thing.
Pull the thing. 3 root canals.
Fuck that. Yeah, but were you numbed up for yours?
For the most part, yes.
Yeah. So my root canal took 3 hours and I was only numb for a half hour of it. The first 15 minutes and the last 15 minutes. And I won't repeat on mic the dentist's name, but I will say this. He's like, why didn't you say something? Because the whole time he was doing my root canal, he was on a fucking phone conference call with his practice in California.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So suck it, Dr. Redacted. Anyways. But my appointment was in the afternoon because of what I used to do for a living. And I'd went in and he was just like, the biggest thing is going to be not drinking soda and energy drinks. And I'm like, well, I got to have one or the other. He goes, you can have one or the other, but you can't have both.
Nah.
So I went down to my car, which was a 1994 Volkswagen Jetta, Wolfsburg edition, which only Volkswagen lovers, aficionados, and owners would understand.
Yeah, mine was a Wolfsburg edition also.
It's because we're special. Knucks up to that. Boom. And I slammed my very last soda I drank was a 1 liter of Diet Mountain Dew. Because see, it had nothing to do with the sugars. It's the preservatives that was in that just having weak enamel. But you know, now here we are 21 years later and it's actually not a factual thing. That motherfucker just wanted my money. Now you do the math, how expensive it would be now. I spent $8,000 in 2004 getting some dental work done.
Yeah.
Now imagine how much money I'd have today if I didn't have to spend that much money.
I mean, it'd be like $20,000 or something. It's not quite that big.
It's not quite. That's like 18.5, but still. It is what it is. So anyways, so I told this individual, I was like, I do coffee, I do tea, I do water, and I do flavor packets of water. I do sparkling water, but I don't do soda. So then the question was posed, what is our actual preference? They're like, you need to talk about what you guys actually prefer to drink, coffee or tea. Me personally is coffee.
Some people aren't going to like my response to that.
I drink whatever's free.
I mean, Nah.
I'm kidding, because you don't. Because I've offered to buy you drinks before, and you're like, no, I'm not feeling it.
Yeah. I drink a lot of water. I also drink soda, although it's always
0 sugar.
diet or 0 sugar. Yeah.
Well, that's because, well, I mean, do you want to tell people why that is?
I mean,
You don't have to. It's a lifestyle.
oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's a choice.
I mean, I'm trying not to have diabetes.
That's right. And you're doing a really good job at trying not to have diabetes all the time.
And obviously I could stand to lose some weight, so.
Oh my God. Ladies, I'm telling you, he says that, but the reality is he's an average sized man with an exceptionally small penis, but otherwise he's an average sized man.
Minuscule.
Minute, he almost could win the Howard Stern competition.
Oh, wow.
Anyways, but let's there's 2 things that I wanted to talk about today. So first thing is coffee or tea, because I felt kind of bad when I was just like, of course we drink other things besides coffee, but which do you prefer, coffee or tea? I prefer coffee. I like tea. There's nothing wrong with tea. Chai tea is great. Black tea, oolong, orange, lemon zinger, which Celestial Seasonings doesn't make anymore. Such a bummer. Red zinger. I mean, but coffee, hands down coffee for me. What about you? I know nobody's going to like your answer, but it's coffee or tea. You have to, what's your preferred? What do you prefer?
I mean, the answer that's going to annoy people is that technically I do believe that both coffee and tea are both tea. But...
And I know why that is.
I mean, they're both... You take some...
They're both brewed.
You take some plant matter, you infuse it into water. That's tea. Anyway, so I actually probably prefer coffee over tea.
Probably. Because you try not to have that diabetes.
I mean, I still have a whole bunch of tea from back when I was buying all my herbs and like seasonings and stuff in bulk from Mountain Rose Herb. And so, yeah, I still have a bunch of like Rubios and some other stuff.
Oh, Rubios is good.
Yeah. But I haven't drank any of that in a while.
Yeah.
It's been probably like a year since I drank anything other than coffee or maybe chai. Although that's a whole nother fucking story. Chai.
Chai is creamy tea.
I mean... Yeah.
Chai is considered a tea. You're going off the principle that it is a brewed plant product, correct?
Yeah.
So,
no, what I was saying is that chai, if you look up chai on the internet trying to find out how to make your own,
right?
Chai is the name of tea in India. It's just called, that's their name.
It's tea.
So, and then there's like a plethora of different variations of it.
Yeah.
And so it's frustrating for somebody like me. It'd be like, oh, how do you make coffee? Well, you get coffee beans and that's not how you do chai, because chai is like, it's the tea leaves, but then it's also like a bunch of seasonings and stuff and then milk. And traditionally they would actually steep the tea or the chai in the milk,
right,
not in water,
right.
But yeah, anyway,
which, we're a bunch of cheap bastards here in the States, so we're gonna do the water steep and add the creamy aspect to it.
Yeah, I mean, it might be easier, I don't know, because the milk has funny reactions when you heat it up too much.
Well, there's also that concern you get with throwing tea leaves into a dairy product is you could curdle it depending on how quickly you raise the temperature. And a lot of people don't want to sit there and fucking wait 45 minutes to steep their tea. Like, just turn it up to a boil real quick, dummies.
Yeah.
I mean, our male barista was talking about that drink he made with shots of coffee in it.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm like, I'm really shocked that it didn't curdle the milk. It did something. That was the answer. It did something. And I just love how matter-of-factly he was just like, and it did not taste good, in case you're wondering. I knew it wouldn't taste good.
Yeah. It made me think. So yesterday I was looking at my Starbucks app, and it was, because it sends me messages like, oh, try this, try that. and it had one. It was like, can't decide between having chai or coffee, and I have had the one where they basically make a chai and then they put shots of coffee in it.
Yeah.
Well, there's also the opposite of that, and I was like, huh. And then I was like, you're an idiot. Of course you can do it either way.
Yeah.
It's just that sometimes
the look of confusion is priceless, just so you know.
Yeah, sometimes you do something one way and you think that's the way to do it, but you can also oftentimes do it the opposite way and it still works. Not always, but with something like this, definitely you can go either way. But because I was used to doing it the one way, the other way blew my mind for half a second, and then I'm like, you're a fucking idiot.
Yeah, it's really funny because chai tea. So fun fact, fun history lesson. I was a part-time barista for 14 years while I worked other full-time jobs.
Coffee snob.
I'm actually, I am kind of a coffee snob. I can definitely say that I can tell you which fast food restaurant has better coffee than another, just based on the fact of what the level of acidity is.
Okay.
I can tell you which place tastes like it uses a coffee flavor syrup and not actual coffee. There's actual differences to all of it, and you do when you spend time doing barista work, you can actually kind of tell that difference. But hell yeah, why do you think I don't get many mochas and lattes anymore? Because I'm a coffee snob, and I know think back where we go now. We've been going there a very long time.
Yeah.
Remember when it was Tully's and they had like 12 flavors instead of 2? And it was. Do you remember the guy who used to be our barista? Tully's at Starbucks when it first transitioned from Tully's to Starbucks. Do you remember him? Because he's still on my Facebook.
Vaguely. Dude, I'm terrible with... Yeah.
He is horrible with names. You should see the look on his face like he knows he should know this, but he doesn't. So
you put me on the spot.
I know. I'm so mean. So Justin.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Smartest kid ever, but he understood. He could understand because he'd been doing barista work for so long. Like, I think he did it for like 10 years as well. So he could understand if those shots, like, especially when it first transitioned over to Starbucks from Tully's to Starbucks. Not that he was a Tully's worker. He was always a Starbucks, but it was when he first came in.
Okay.
So it's literally, it is different machines. Honestly, I mean, even now they're using even more different machine, and I'm just like,
I mean, the machine that they used to have was there when it was a Tully's, the one that they just replaced like 50 years later.
Yes, so
and it was broken when the Tully's was using it.
Oh, I know. Remember, Abby would get so mad, and remember the other Michaela who used to work there used to do it. Remember with the neck tattoo? I miss her. She was one of the best. But what's funny about it is he could tell. He was just like, is that going to work for you? Because he could tell by my mood. I think he probably still could. I think today, Justin could probably still go into a Starbucks and get behind the counter and tell if I like the drink or not. Literally, he could, he's got a really good brain like that. He's really smart. And I mean, he's like super fucking smart. But he could always tell by the look on my face when he'd say, does that work? Because people would ask him questions. So sometimes he'd lose count of his shots, which is something they don't time anymore, which it's really important if you're working with actual espresso shots, you actually time it. But I actually see people not timing it anymore. And I think that that's because they've I heard through the grapevine, not any of our Starbucks workers, but I heard through the grapevine that people are not wanting to learn the craft of it. They don't make enough money to pay that much attention. So they're having to dumb down the machines.
Well, I was going to say the machine that they have now takes care of all of that. Supposedly, although it gives you like errors when it's not doing stuff correctly. So it even grinds the stuff and tamps it, does all of that.
Yep.
And I was actually talking with Miss C about that the other day because she was complaining the machine wasn't working right and she was afraid that she wouldn't be able to give me any coffee. And she was like, I miss the days when you actually went through the process yourself, because then you would know And I was
Yes.
like, well, maybe that's because I get it from a corporate standpoint. You want your coffee to come out exactly the same every time.
Yes, consistency has been a big issue for Starbucks.
Yeah. And so if you can eliminate the skill aspect of that,
Yeah.
supposedly it would be better off if you could truly eliminate the skill aspect and have it come out the same every single time. But the machine, I mean, human error is one thing. The machine also has errors, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyway.
Well, and the one thing that these automatic machines cannot do, that only humans can do until they advance AI just a little bit more, is that anybody who's done any barista work and you've done your own grinding, you know, based on the weather, I hate to say it this way, but the barometric pressure, the humidity, that can all change your grind and how your results come out. And that was my favorite. That was one of the things. Now, applause to Justin for moving on and creating such a much better life for himself than being, I mean, you know, he worked at Starbucks to put himself through school, and he did that. And, you know, all of that. So, I mean, kudos to him. But I miss having that level of attention, because now Miss Z will look at me sometimes. She'd be like, is that okay? I've just gotten to the point. It's not meant to be offensive to any of our Starbucks people. There's one of them. I can't stand the drinks she makes. Nice person, whatever. I can't stand. I won't say her name on camera. It can be redacted. Same one I talked about earlier today. Yeah. And I was just like frustrated, but that's because when you are trained to actually do these drinks the way it's technically meant to be made, right? You get this line of complacency, and you have that excuse to fall back on. It's not my fault. It's the machine's fault. It's not no, you should be with all of the years experience any of them have. They should be able to go, something's not right, but they can't change that because they can't tell the machine, hey, I need a coarser grind, or I need a finer grind, or, you know, I need a heavier tamp. The machine's just very automatic. And I think one of the things that is so funny that seems to me like it switched to automatic is because McDonald's across the board does an automatic system. Yeah. And
I mean,
they're about $1 cheaper per drink, but then again, they only have 3 kinds of drinks.
Yeah.
But it is always consistently, you could line up, you could go to every McDonald's around here and get me the exact identical drink, and I probably would only be able to tell you one of the places correctly of which location it came from. And the only reason why I know that is because I know which one of the ones around here tends to do, I'm talking sweeter drinks. I don't just mean like, that drink is delicious, but it's kind of sweet. I mean, fuck, my teeth are gonna fall out sweet.
I'm in the South, sweet.
Yeah, like this bitch is like a gallon of sugar to a drop of Coffe.
Yeah.
But yeah, like the place over by my mom's.
Okay.
The one closest to my mom. Hi, mommy. Hi, mommy. Hi, mommy.
I mean, that's no longer an option. That place is closed now, remember?
No, not inside. I was talking about McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
And it's Starbucks, McDonald's. So, but I think that's one of the reasons why Starbucks maybe went automated is because when they get all these consumer reports out there, it's not like it can just, what the fuck was that?
Somebody's car.
The ADU must be having more work done or something.
No.
But when you get these consumer reports, it's consumer reports literally that you or I could read about all these different companies. So of course they're reading it. And probably one of the things that people would see very common in the last few years of these consumer reports is Starbucks has lost its value. And I'm not disrespecting anybody, but when you want to literally your 8-ounce drink cost more than my 16-ounce drink today. I can look after receipt after receipt. So when you're there, Starbucks is placing a higher value, but they're not giving us the same. You know what I mean? It's just like you have this level of complacency there. And it's not just with our Starbucks. You know what I mean? There's only been one Starbucks we've went to in the last year where I really felt like they truly and honestly cared how the drink came out. And I bet you wouldn't know which one of the ones it was because it was just you and I going. It was just you and I who had went.
Okay.
And it's not too far from
Okay.
It's on our way to the library. It's that one we would pass. That I would say honestly, because it was like, she literally said, make sure you take a sip of that and check that before you leave. Make sure it's okay. She literally was enforcing that. That like, can you make sure that's okay? Because it was really cute. And I was just, the girls we normally deal with, especially my favorites. Yes, they are like that, but there's still a complacency there. There's still that complacency, like, well, what do you want me to do, Jen? Like, bro, I just paid you $7 for this drink. This is why I don't get this drink anymore, because it's just like $7 is a lot. So I just try to be doing drip as much as possible. Sometimes I'll do the iced coffee, which still, my iced coffee with flavor is still less than your drink.
My Americano, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
it is $5 for when I do an iced coffee. It's $5 plus a shot of flavor, so it's under $6. How much is your Americano every day when you do the 20 ounce with your shot of flavor? Almost $7 or $8.10. Excuse me, if I'm going to quote it correctly.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was another thing when we were having the thing where the machine wasn't working right. She was like, yeah, this thing, it sometimes it will say that it made a bad shot, and she's like, pulls out the shot and she's looking at it. That looks like a good shot to me. But the machine says it's bad, and so she's like, you can't actually trust what the machine is saying. Right. And she's like, sometimes I'll give it to the customer and ask them if it's okay, and they'll be like, yes, it's fine, or no, it's not.
Yeah.
But a lot of times they're like, it's fine. Like with me, I'm not
super picky.
Yeah, I'm not super picky. There are some things that I'm picky about, but most things I'm not. I don't care. It's like, okay, whatever it is, what it is.
It's like within that range of acceptability.
Yeah. Yes, it falls within acceptable parameters.
It falls within the is this really worth fighting over moment?
Yeah. And she gave it to me, and I tasted it. I was like, well, first I smelled it. I was like, it smells good.
Right.
Tasted it. Oh, yeah, it's fine. But
yeah. Well, but this goes to show that people like. So here's what's going to happen. We're going to Americans or America. We're going to be here in this level of complacency unless you work for a small mom and pop shop, which are going away left and right. Because the last time I went to what you would consider a mom and pop shop, there's mom and dad shop, whatever, ma and pa shop, whatever.
Yeah, not pop.
Right. Small business, small independent business. Last time I went, I'm not fucking kidding when I tell you, it cost me $12 to get a 16-ounce caramel mocha iced. That's with tip.
Are you sure you weren't going to a bikini barista?
No, bikini baristas were worse.
Yeah.
The last time I actually went to a bikini barista, it was actually a very much longer time ago, and the reason why I haven't gone since is because the person who was driving me, who I'm not going to say on camera, we were on a very specific mission to do something, and I said, "Hey, can I get you gasoline for your vehicle?" No. You've done so many things for me over the year, blah blah blah. Like, whatever, kissing each other's ass, whatever. And I was just like, "Well, do you want a coffee or something? Because I could go for coffee." We sat at the drive-through window and proceeded to get a free show as to why they weren't there actually at the window serving, because they were giving lap dances in the back. And yes, I'm positive that happened because it wasn't too far from the shop, not the one by the muffler place, but up the other way that I've told you about. I won't go there anymore. I don't care. You get your fun, you get your jollies, you get your money. I don't care. What I do care about is you left that window open. So what if we happen to be one of those people that had kids or something, and we pulled up, and all you're seeing is a very beautiful girl and her another yaya dancing in a guy's face, and he's sitting there rubbing the outside of his pants as he hands her a $50 bill. I mean, like, seriously.
I mean, if you had kids, why the fuck are you pulling up to that place?
Well, everybody deserves smiles, horizontal and vertical. Come on now.
Yeah.
But the thing about it is that it was just the fact that, like, I don't have a problem with that. I'm like, dude, you do what you do your hustle your way, right? You do what you got to do for your hustle. But the fact that they left the window open, so it was like, and I am not creepy like that. I mean, I have some weird things I like, but I'm not creepy like that. So it was just that. And then she comes to the window, and me and the person were together, and they're just like, and I'm like, didn't even wash her hands, grabs a cup and says, what can I make for you, honey? I was like, I'm out. I'm done. But we got a free show, so there you go. Yay, us. Anyways. So when it comes down to it, I'm going to say I'm number one a coffee person. Mm-hmm. I like shots of coffee. I like brewed coffee. I can't have lattes anymore, but
no.
I have to be. So that's, I think because I can't have, I'm trying so hard not to do it, but it's going to happen. Don't laugh. I think because I can't really have lattes anymore. I think that's why I've just kind of really went to drips.
Okay.
Just because it's just like, it's just not as enjoyable for me. Now, it's worth, and no offense to any of our baristas, because like I said, I have my favorites and I have my people. I'm just like, okay. And it's just because of their demeanor, but I'm sure they feel the same way about me, because if I have one bad interaction with you, I keep it in my memory bank going, okay, they had a bad day. If I have two bad interactions with you, I'm like, wow, you're having a lot of bad days lately. But if I have three interactions with you that I find are like, this really isn't how you do customer service, not when I'm polite to you, not when I tip you an appropriate amount for the drinks, which, I mean, maybe I don't know. I'm guessing from what I hear now, standard tipping is like 50%. Are you kidding me? I'm not going to pay you. Yeah, exactly. I've actually seen some on some shorts on some channels of some servers and shit being like, this 30% ain't cutting it. Okay.
To them, I say, shut the fuck up.
Those are the ones I don't tip. But like I said, when it comes to three kind of bad interactions or not well received interactions, if I can put it in my head so much, then I'm just like, oh, okay, so it's me. So they don't like me asking for what I'm paying for within the realms of their rules. They don't like me asking for them to do it that way. Like today, there was an error with my drink today.
Okay.
And thank God I don't put regular sugar in my drinks, because I very specifically said, I will add my own sweetener. Don't worry about it. And they still added some sweetener. So it was like by the time it got to the bottom third of that cup, that's when my eye was twitching, because it was just like, and it's not even real sugar, but it's just like, fuck, this is sweet.
It's in the South, sweet.
It was like,
you should try sweet tea in the South.
No. I've had it. Well, no, that's Midwest. I've had it in the Midwest, and that's enough.
Yeah.
Like, I swear to God, the last time I had a sweet tea here in our state was at a Popeyes. And that sugar high was bad. And I worked with people who used to work for the Popeyes that's local to us.
Okay.
And they were like, oh, yeah, it's like a gallon, you get like a pound of sugar to a gallon of water. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny. One of my friends is from Tennessee. And he fucking, still to this day, and he's lived out here for 20 some odd years, bitches about sweet tea out here because they don't put sugar in it in most restaurants.
Yeah.
Whereas down south is fucking,
it's
just
automatic. If you ask them for an unsweetened tea, they look at you like you just got out of jail for.
I mean, we can brew some for you right now. That's about what's going to have to happen.
Yeah, it all depends on where you go.
Yeah.
Like I said, I had sweet tea in Missouri at oh my God. I ain't never had. They have this thing, and because we're not I'm not trying to be offensive, but we're not a super huge barbecue state.
Yeah.
Not like the South, not
Yeah.
like Texas,
No.
not like
No.
the Midwest. No, we're nothing. Not even the localish place around here. Even the 2 localish places around here, I'm just kind of like,
Famous Dave's.
that's one of them. I don't want to say what the other one is because then that totally 100% gives away where we're at. And I'm not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
But anyways, so when I was in Missouri, I discovered this wonderful thing called burnt ends.
Yeah.
We went to this restaurant, and I don't remember if it was in Lee Summit or if it was Independence, but I mean, it was near where I was staying. Mm-hmm. But we went to this restaurant, and they're called Gates, Gates.
Okay.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Bill.
No. There was the sweetest, littlest, just this little tiny, like, you see it in movies where it seems so stereotypical. Like, oh, of course, you're going to have a little tiny, cute, old black grandma up there calling for people.
Yeah.
And there was this lady was,
Big Mama.
Oh no, she literally was like the size of like Miss Z, like Miss Q over in our store. She was like that, only even skinnier. So little tiny thing. And I thought I could project my voice. The doors open and she was just like, y'all are going to come in here one at a time and you're going to make sure I hear you. Do you hear me? And I was just like, she wasn't even speaking to me because we were like 18 people back. And I'm like, yes, ma'am. I felt like a little kid in school again because I was just like, yes, ma'am. And then I got up there and the people I was with, Papa was just like, Jalen, what do you want? And I'm just like, I don't know. And I like looked at her, I said, I'm not sure. And she was just like, honey, you got to decide. I got people. I got to help, honey. Come on now. And I'm like, she's like, do you like barbecue? Worst thing you can say in a best barbecue restaurant is not really. I'm telling you, it felt like crickets in my ear. And it was just like,
they're like, bitch, what you doing here?
Well, I explained to her why. Because it was some of my allergies, and I explained to her why. She's like, oh, honey, you ain't got to worry about that here. And I'm like, okay, what would you recommend? And she looks at, I think she knew Papa, because I'm pretty sure she said, called him by his first name and said, what are you going to get this girl? And he was just like, she was like, you know what? You should probably do some burnt ends. And I was just like, burnt ends.
The fuck you trying to sell me?
Right? They actually do sell just burnt ends.
I know.
Oh my God.
Saw them at Costco.
Yeah, we did recently, didn't we? Yeah. But so this is 2019. I'm there. This is the first time I'm having this experience of Midwest or Southern style barbecue because Gates kind of does more of a Southern style, and not because like Midwest is kind of more rubby, and they're definitely more saucy. Stop. Anyways. I put that burnt end in my mouth. I am not kidding. There are very few things in this world that can make me feel like I'm having an orgasm. No pun intended. That meat in my mouth, on my tongue. I had a mouthgasm. I literally, and there was an individual there who knew me in that, a very old dear friend of mine. An ex of mine was actually there as well. And he could tell by the look on my face. He's like, oh, you really like that, don't you? I'm like, oh God, this is the best meat I've had in my mouth ever. So good. But they had sweet tea. And let me tell you what, that was the craziest thing to me was having these burnt ends for the first time ever. And it was like, are you fucking kidding me? Makes me want to burn all my meat. You know what I'm saying? But the sweet tea, she went to refill my glass, and it was so odd because me and somebody else, we were having sweet tea, and the other person was like having water. They're like, oh no, you have fun with that. I was wired until 1 o'clock in the morning, and you know me, I am generally speaking awake no matter what I do. I'm usually awake between 3 and 5 a.m. and I've been that way for decades and decades, right?
Yeah.
I was wired till 1 o'clock in the morning, and when I fucking crashed, I crashed. But when she poured it, I swear to Jesus, it looked like maple syrup. It was so thick with sugar.
You see it crystallizing as it hits the edge of the glass.
I'll tell you what. My fucking heart went, maybe we got diabetes. It was just...
Diabetes in the glass.
it was just like on my ass, just like sitting in my seat. My ass is like, oh yeah, give me that sugar. Just like, I swear to God, I instantly gained like 5 pounds and my butt started to jiggle even more. It was just like, oh yeah, get it down your gullet, girl. I'm telling you. So anyways, my vote is for coffee.
Yep, same. Coffee.
Yeah, I don't mind tea, but I prefer coffee.
I mean, I love chai.
Chai is delicious.
And then I've had several other types of tea that I was like, oh, this is pretty good.
Have you ever had the Lemon Zinger by Celestial Stevens Seasonings, circa 1998?
By Jada Stevens.
Only
no.
Riley Reid. Excuse me.
Nope. Trying to steal my shit.
When I beat you to the punch box.
I'm the one who has the signed poster.
You're welcome. That is how much sisterly love I have for you. I called one of our contacts and I said, please, this is what's going on. Please, can you help me? Now, had you and Chuck actually made it back from delivery on time that day, would have had a phone call with that individual.
Yeah.
I tried, but at least you got to do recovery staring up at a beautiful girl.
Yeah.
Sign.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome.
There was something you said that had reminded me of when I went to Vegas the last. I don't remember.
Lap dance. Jada Stevens?
No. Yeah, that was the first time I went.
Ass jiggling?
No, it was something earlier in the conversation. But
Oh, we're fucks. I don't even remember the conversations 20 minutes ago.
yeah.
I mean, I did.
Squirrel, and then squirrel, and then squirrel.
That's somebody. Here's the funny thing is,
Ooh, shiny.
ooh, be skinny. Ooh, you want a cookie? Speaking of which, Chips Ahoy, Chewy, Stranger Things cookies. Yay or nay?
I'm thinking nay.
I'm agreeing with that.
I mean the advertisement on there is awesome.
Fuck yeah.
It was like, oh, I definitely want to try this. And then I tried it and I was like,
I mean, it's okay. It's not bad for cookie, but then your brain kind of goes, what the fuck is that? And it has this unidentifiable taste.
Yeah.
And then once you read what the flavor is, then you go, oh, well, how did I not? I told you what I thought of it.
yeah.
So I would say it would probably be a nay for most people because it is very... I don't even know if I want to fucking see the sugar content in this, honestly. Oh my God. Jesus fucking Christ. Are you fucking kidding me? 2 little tiny cookies has 12 grams of added sugar.
Yeah.
At least it has 1 gram of protein.
Wow.
Oh my God. But you know what? They still want to boldly print trans fat 0.
I mean, yeah.
Oh my God. Oh, fuck.
That's like all those things that are obviously have no fucking gluten in them. It's like gluten free. It's like, yeah, I knew that already. Why the fuck? Or it has no sugar in it naturally. And it's like, oh, this is keto friendly. It's like, yeah.
What I think is funny is that, so it tells you the saturated fats, no trans fats, by the way, kudos, no cholesterol. That's a good thing, right?
I mean, if there's no other fats in there, I should hope there's no cholesterol. How the fuck are you getting it in there?
How are you making it taste like a cookie without some kind of fats?
There is that, yeah.
You know? Like, right?
It tastes like these biscuits were made with hardly any lard.
Sodium, 5% of daily, 110 milligrams of sodium. Like, that's a lot of fucking salt, bro. 21 grams of carbs for 2 cookies, right? So dietary fiber is less than 1 gram. Total sugars is 12 grams, includes 12 grams of added sugar for 24% of your daily intake. Now, here's the thing about that. when you go and do the research on how much sugar should an adult have, you should not be in excess of 36 grams of sugar a day, depending on who you ask. Other people will say 40, but who does these cookies? Nabisco, is that who does it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Nabisco.
But Nabisco's like, don't fucking worry about it. You can go up to 48 grams and not die. Fucking Christ. But here's the thing, and it drives me nuts, because literally, vitamin D, 0. Why list it? Calcium, 10 milligrams, which is still 0% of what you should get in a daily intake, right? But it's got 0.9 milligrams of iron, so you at least get 6% of your daily iron intake with these cookies. And potassium, 40 milligrams, which is 0%. That is crazy. And I'm scared. I don't want to look this up because I don't know what invert sugar is. I don't know what that is. I'm like, red number 40. They're not supposed to be using that anymore.
You have no idea.
Anyways, so yeah, definitely not with chai tea. Yeah. But if people want to try it, it's aight. It's aight. It's not
a cool package.
It's not like fucking shitter doodles. Ugh, cannot stand.
I like snooter doodles.
What did you just call them?
Snooter doodles.
You called them doodles. That's a whole fucking redacted sentence right there. That's a whole fucking 30 seconds redacted right there.
Snickerdoodles.
Do you know why I don't like snickerdoodles?
Because you're on crack.
Because they taste like eggs about to turn. I like really.
What are you talking about?
Have you never had an egg like that's just like a little bit off? That's what it tastes like to me. It's a little bit off, and I'm not a super big clove fan, even though I don't even know if clove is in snickerdoodles. I just don't like them. I don't like just like clove or nutmeg. There's something in it. I don't. Oh. And you know what the thing is maybe they're actually not that bad. It was just something that somebody at work, like years and years and years ago, made. Not our work, but my previous work.
Yeah.
Somebody was just like, these are my famous snickerdoodle cookies. I'm like, I went to the bathroom and I spit them out. I will tell you right now, I am not that girl to swallow unless I like it. Just saying.
Wow. You know what I can't stand? Kangaroos. And so anyway, this sausage that I was eating, what the fuck?
You didn't like the sausage that I gave you?
No, it was pretty good.
I'm telling you, 5-ingredient sausage is the fucking best.
Yeah.
Especially when the ingredients are pork fat, pork casing, natural pork casing at that, and then celery seed and Italian seasonings blends. That's it. There's nothing.
Well, there's more than 5 ingredients then, but that's
technically, if it's, I know, right?
Yeah.
But the fact is it's an Italian blend. So here's the thing.
It's a little known fact, Sam.
There is no Italian blend. It's just fennel seed in there. Because I have torn it apart and looked at it raw, and I've looked at it cooked. There is nothing in it besides fennel seed, celery seed, natural pork casein, pork fat, and pork. That's it. Crazy, right? But it's that good. But a lot of people don't realize that fennel seed is half of the reason why there's an Italian flavoring. There's
the fennel seed, like in the one local sausage.
Yeah.
The fennel. Also in like lasagna.
Oh, yeah.
The fucking thing that makes me like the Italian one versus any of the others is the fennel. Mm-hmm. It's that particular added flavor, just that little bit makes it pop. It's fucking, this is the best.
Yeah. So what's funny is that Agent Double H, she doesn't like fennel. And I had made lasagna for them. Mm-hmm. And she was like, oh, this is really good. Well, so I didn't disclose that I add fennel to it, and I added a little too much fennel because the next time she had it, she was just like, it was really good until I tasted fennel. It was really weird. And I'm like, fuck. So I know my limits and where I can get away with the fennel.
I mean, I get it, especially if you don't like it and then you get a seed and then it's like, pow, you just got punched in the face.
Oh, fuck yeah. A seed can pop in my face anytime.
Oh yeah, it's gonna burst in your mouth.
Well, the thing about it is that I've actually heard people call it fennel nuts. I worked with a guy. There were twins. There was two of them, and one worked on the technician side, which is where I worked, and the other one worked in sales. And he was just like, "You put them fennel nuts in there?" So I literally automatically, my brain went, "You can put that nut in my mouth anytime." Then I realized that's not appropriate for any conversation. But anyways,
Wow.
ta-da! I'm so sweet and innocent. So anyways, yeah, I'm gonna say, hands down, for me, if I had to pick one or the other forever, here's where my kicker is. If I had to pick one or the other to have forever, I can have any other drink, but I can only have coffee or tea forever. Mm-hmm. I am going to say I probably would choose tea.
I mean, you got way more choices if that's the case.
Well, I mean, it's already getting to the point where I can't have dairy. You understand the consequences. You've suffered them. And I find it fucking hilarious. I don't know what it is. Because I'm getting older or what, or because I was born with low lactose tolerance, whatever it is. I don't know. Probably low lactose tolerance because I've always been gassy after eggs, right? But haven't been a huge milk drinker very much, but there's been a couple times in recent months where I've really wanted a mocha or whatever. And it's just like, it's very clear to me that, I really need to stay away from that. Even depending on who makes my drip coffee, if I tell them to put a little cream in there, there's a couple of them, like, they're very heavy handed with the cream. And it's just like, it kills me. It literally, I get stomach cramps from it. And it's just like, that's why one of the last times I got a refill and they're like, "You want more cream in it?" No, no, just top me off. I'm good.
Yeah.
Because it was just literally, I know it's going to be bad if within 45 minutes of sipping my coffee, my stomach starts talking to me. It's going, "We're going to have a party and you're not invited." And it's like, fuck. Anyways. So, but yeah, I would honestly have to say tea for me if I have to choose like an indefinite. Otherwise, just daily wise, I drink 30 to 60 ounces of coffee a day.
Yeah. I mean, coffee even just smells great.
Yes.
Whereas a lot of tea is like, what's that? Whatever.
See, that's the thing. Like tea, when it's hot, it's got a very good odor to it if it's a flavor you like. But once it cools off, it loses that same olfactory thing.
Yeah.
You know, for me, I used to brew sun tea all the time, but you know, I just don't anymore. Because apparently that's bad for you too. I mean, they just did a study on coffee where coffee still has pesticides you consume. And what I find funny about it is they're like, you know, honestly, if we're going to nitpick, you know, make America healthy again, if we're going to nitpick, you know, there's plenty of stuff out there that's we've found worse in coffee that the FDA finds appropriate. And they were talking about LD50 factors, which for anybody who doesn't know, LD50 stands for the lethal dose of 50%, right? So yeah, so they did this study and they're like, the problem is that this might be more predominant in that type of coffee, light dark roast versus medium roast, right? Like medium, because of, you know, but the thing is what they were talking about has like a longer shelf life than you would expect. So it leaves residuals. And that's just normal with pesticides. That's normal with anything man-made. You know, it's just going to happen. And, you know, usually you try to shoot for, you know, when you're shooting for using herbicides and pesticides, insecticides and everything, you try to shoot for everything to have less than a 21-day life because you don't want it to be in the soil and be uptaken by your food. But guess what? It does anyways. Yeah.
I remember when I was doing the bulletproof diet, one of the big things that the dude who created it was always talking about was, because this was a serious issue for him, was what are they, mold spore? Yeah. And then also the mycotoxins, which are the toxins that mold produces to protect itself. Right. And how the standard way to get coffee from the basically like cherry that it is to the bean is to let it sit and rot. So you let the beans rot, and then you pick essentially the beans out of the husk that they're in.
Yeah.
Now, the issue with that is that it leaves a bunch of the mold toxins on the beans.
Yeah.
And those mold toxins, specifically the ones for the type of mold that grows on the beans, are heat stable. In other words, a lot of toxins you can destroy by heating them up.
Yeah.
By cooking them or whatever.
Yeah.
This particular one is heat stable. It doesn't get destroyed by fucking heating it up. And in fact, sending boiling water through it only removes a small amount of it. You basically get all that shit in your coffee. And so this dude was super sensitive, or is super sensitive to mold toxins because he was exposed to mold when he was a kid. And so he has a hyper reaction to it. But he loves coffee.
Right.
And so he figured out a way to basically process the beans to being what we actually use, getting rid of the husk off of it without letting it sit and mold. And basically he uses water and blasts the shit off.
Yeah.
And so there's none of that on the beans that he produces because he made his own coffee line, basically. But anyway, when I was talking about this with a barista at that place near our shop, I was like, yeah, so blah, blah, blah. This is a better way of doing it. And she's like, well, it's the industry standard, so whatever. And I was like, okay. Another thing, the coffee in Europe, they have a higher standard for the specifically they're looking for that mold toxin.
Yeah.
It's like 4 times more restrictive than ours. And so basically the coffee that fails over there gets sent to us in the US. Anyway, I was like, well, slavery used to be the fucking industry standard for cotton. That doesn't make it right, does it? She was not happy. She was black. She's like,
you just got judged, Redbone. You just got judged. So, fuck, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
But we can talk more about you actually brought something up. So anyways, I vote coffee.
Yeah, coffee. Yeah.
All right, good. I'm glad we're on the same page. Fist bump. Just don't hurt me. So we had a celebratory moment earlier today off mic where I remembered what? Macros? Yes?
Oh, yeah. What a macro.
Well, I remember he was just like, do you know what that is? And I said, I think it's this. And he was like, that's exactly what it is. I fist bumped you so hard, I actually have a bruise on my finger. Can you see that little tiny mark right there?
Congratulations.
Hey, at least I fucking remember something you taught me like 12 years ago.
Macros in reference to computer stuff, by the way, not...
I didn't say micro, so they know I'm not talking about your small penis. You guys have a good day. We will catch you next time for more conversations over coffee.
Later.
Bye.
Okay, everybody, that's all the time we have for today. So I want to thank you for stopping by to enjoy the conversation. We're glad you're here, and please share and share again and share some more. And if you haven't already, subscribe. We'll be having another chat and another cup soon. We'll talk to you then. Look forward to seeing you.